Good evening, everyone. Well, I usually take that off at the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome to the Tuesday, March 8th, 2022 Public Works session of the Neshaminy School Board. We have a call to order, please. Roll call.
Mr. Allen?
Present.
Mrs. Hallenbeck?
Present.
Mrs. Bowman?
Here.
Mr. Kovitz?
Here.
Mrs. Lafferty?
Here.
Mr. Parentano?
Present.
Mr. Cirillo?
Here.
Mr. Sporny?
Here.
And Mr. Sullivan is absent with prior notice. We have a quorum.
All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Starting with item 1.04, the executive session statement. The board met in executive session on February 23rd and this evening to discuss matters of employment, issues related to labor relations, the purchase or lease of real property, matters related to litigation, and matters related to school safety and security. Ms. Burns, do we have any announcements?
No announcements.
No announcements. That brings us to 1.06, our superintendent's report. Dr. McGee, please.
Test 1, 2. Light's broken. Is it on? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Today's superintendent's report. In Board Docs, you'll find March's enrollment. We are stable. Also, I'd like to congratulate the blue team for their victory at gym night. And I'd like to pause and try to explain what gym night is, because it's hard to explain. And I think I've heard that from many people, particularly when students go away to college and their friends tell them, well, we have one of them too. And they equate it to a sports night. It's not sports night. There are some relays, but the relays are probably less than half of what gym night is. It's probably not named well, but we're not going to change that name either. So it starts off with a phrase, often copied but never duplicated. So I believe that's true. There are relays, and they vary by the 3 shows, and some of the relays are the original relays that date back to 1954, like the Magic Carpet Ride or the football relay or the senior obstacle course. Some of them are new, like the pizza box relay and the tic-tac-toe relay. But the majority of gym night is exhibitions, where the classes compete blue versus red, and they're dance exhibitions, lip sync to music, theatrical performances. The senior dance is 12 minutes long. There's probably 20 songs in it. There's costume changes in the middle of the gym floor when the lights go out. It's an amazing thing. And then there's murals the size of the gym wall on each side that depict the events that are happening in each of those dances. And all this begins early in the fall, where kids pick their leaders, and then in January, they work multiple nights a week. They probably stop doing a lot of their homework, but we'll work on that. And they produce this event. We hire people to watch them, and that's what they do. They watch them. They give them a scaffolding. They don't tell them how to make their dance better or they should do this. It's student-led and parent-led. It's one of the most amazing things. So it develops character, leadership, resilience, teamwork, inclusion, and equity. That is all what Gym Night's about. It's a very amazing thing. So I'm very proud of that. And the effort is 1,000 kids. Kids who may not participate in anything else except gym night. So it almost sounds like an athletic thing, and there's absolutely nothing athletic about it. There are some relays in there. So congratulations, Blue, and we will move on to next year's event. On the curricular side, I'm going to introduce Michelle Burkhalter, who is going to talk about our transparency Michelle is Assistant to the Superintendent, Director of Elementary Education, our transparency as far as our curriculum and what is being taught, both at the one-page level and the in-depth level. So I'll turn it over to Michelle. Michelle?
Thank you. Good evening. So behind you on the screen, I'm going to go briefly over our new update to the website. So I'm going to briefly go through a couple slides, and then I'll actually navigate the site itself. So that way, any parent, community member, board member, or staff member can easily access our curriculum. And as we update and revise curriculum, the website will evolve with it. But that way, any changes will be at a click of a button for a parent to access. If a community member has a question, if a board member says, okay, are we teaching X in what grade? So we made some quick updates, and the reason we designed this is to have an overview of the district curriculum. A few years back, when I came back to the district and Dr. McGee came over to C&I, we struggled to find where all the curriculum was on the website. There were multiple locations, navigation was difficult. All of it was good, it was just a matter of cleaning it up and putting it in one location, with the end goal of convenient access for parents. We wanted parents to be able to quickly access a specific grade level, a subject area, and/or course. So I'm going to quickly go through a couple slides on just quick access. If you just go to the Neshaminy School District website, first circle you're going to see is you click on District Offices, which will drop down to Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment. From there, it's going to take you to the curriculum page. Curriculum page down to the left, you're going to see Neshaminy Curriculum. Once you click the Neshaminy Curriculum, it's going to take you to a site which is easily accessed. You're going to have grade spans, so a parent can say, okay, my child's in, oftentimes we'll say K to 5 because that's elementary, while our 5th grade lives in the middle school. So I'm going to leave this site now and just go right to the site so you can see and navigate with me. Let me just click. Okay. So if I was an elementary parent, I would click on the elementary grade span. From there, you can identify if I'm a kindergarten parent, 2nd grade, etc. If I was in 3rd grade and I wanted to see what my child was learning in math, every single click will give you the same layout. So it's a quick one-pager, identifies our resources, units of study, assessments if there are specific assessments in that grade level. So a parent could quickly learn exactly what a child is learning in school. Beyond that, all of our teachers have access to curriculum maps. A curriculum map will give you the detailed, month-to-month breakdown of what's taught in the classroom. We've placed all of these for transparency reasons on our website. Parents can access, if our internet's working. I'll give you 1 second. And they can scroll. As you can see, this is a 17-page document, but you can look at the unit of study, the standards, etc. You can go back to the main site. If I wanted to go home, I'm going to go right back to Neshaminy Curriculum. If I wanted to go to the high school, it's going to be broken down by course instead of grade or content area. So if I quickly scroll into science, you'll see all of the science courses offered at the high school, which is many. One of our popular courses right now, forensic science. You can see the unit of study, the description of the course, and then again, if a parent wanted specific details to ask their child, etc. We're a little slow on the internet. So again, this is a 26-page document, but you have the ability, I'll make it larger, common assessments. You're going to look at your concepts as you go through, and several specific areas by chapter. A parent can go and review, or a student can, even if they're looking at their course selection book. Are they interested in that course, and actually what does it provide? can do the same for any grade level. You can navigate from the top, and again at middle school, etc. So this is just a quick update to our curriculum website. I hope everyone takes a minute to explore it. We're going to continue to evolve, update, etc., but it's easy access for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Again, I think the one-pagers are the most exciting thing for me. Forget the 17-page document unless you really want to know. But imagine looking up biology and knowing there's 4 things you study in biology, and one of them's ecology, and you can ask your child, so what do you know about this? Imagine the look at them at the dinner table when you're talking about what they're supposed to be learning in school. If you want to help us out, you can pose some of those questions at the dinner table. So thank you. Mr. Allen, that's our report.
Thank you, Dr. McGee. That brings us to our first round of public comment. Ms. Burns, do we have any signups?
There were no signups.
No signups. The podium is open. Anyone wish to speak? Seeing none, we'll close public comment and move on to item 2, items for approval at the public meeting. 2.01 will be routine business matters. 2.02, the summer 2022 programs approval. 2003 will be the proposed changes to the Bucks County Technical High School Articles of Agreement. 2.04 will be the revised COVID health and safety plan. 2.05 will be out-of-district placements. 2.06 will be overnight trips for approval. And 2.07, we will have a policy reading. That brings us to our committee reports. 3.01, business operations. Mrs. Hollenbach, please.
Good evening. Our next Business Operations Committee meeting is March 30th in this room at 6:30. All are welcome to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hollenbach. Educational Development, Ms. Bowman.
Good evening. The Educational Development Committee met our last meeting was held on Tuesday, February 15th. We reviewed the curriculum and instruction program updates, summer programs for 2022, goals for 22-23 school year. For more information, please refer to the entire presentation, which is on board docs, if you need more detail about that. As a result of the meeting, the Educational Development Committee recommends the following summer programs to be approved. Summer School for grades 9 through 12, Credit Recovery Program. ELD, Intensive Lab Learner for our English learners, virtual program. Extended School Year, Summer Pass, Summer Stock is coming back. We would like to approve that for this summer. Elementary Pilot Summer Program for MTSS for Tiers 2 and 3 interventions. That was fully funded by our ESERS grant, and that will specifically address learning loss. Our next meeting is scheduled for April. Michelle, is it on there? April 19th. Oh, I didn't see that. April 19th. So hopefully some more people can come out and join us. Good stuff going on in ed development. And that's all I have.
I thank you, Ms. Bowman. Facilities and Planning, Mr. Sullivan, Chair of that committee, has left us this evening. March 16th. Next Wednesday, March 16th, is our next meeting. In this room. Brings us 3.0. Well, that's all we'll have on facility and planning. Then policy, Mr. Sewell, please.
Our next policy meeting will be Tuesday, the 15th at 6:30. In this room, we'll be reviewing policy 300, policy series 300 on employees. All are welcome to attend.
Thank you. Brings us to representative reports. Brings us right back to Mr. Cerullo for the IU board.
The Bucks County IU is now offering after-school clubs at their Fab Lab in Warminster. Currently, there are 3 programs that are available. Robot challenges, STEM plus art and engineering design. You can visit the Bucks County IU website for more info.
Thank you, Mr. Cirillo. The Neshaminy Education Foundation, Mr. Kovitz.
Indeed. The Neshaminy Education Foundation has been accepted into the Pennsylvania Educational Improvement Tax Credit Program for 2022. Eligible businesses now have the opportunity to reduce their state tax liability while supporting our Neshaminy schools at the same time by making a donation to the NEF for the tax year in which the contribution is made. For information, deadlines, and program instructions, please visit the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue website or consult a tax professional. The Harlem Wizards are returning to Neshaminy High School on Saturday, March 26th at 7 p.m. They will be playing a team of Neshaminy teachers, support staff, and administrators in a high-energy, family-friendly game that supports the NEF. Tickets are available online at www.neshaminy.org/wizards. Lastly, the next meeting of the NEF will be held here at Maple Point next Monday, March 14th at 4 p.m., and all are welcome to participate. That's all I got.
I thank you, Mr. Kovitz. That brings us to our Pennsylvania School Board Association liaison, Mr. Bertano.
There's no update at this time.
There is no update. Shocking. I'm sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't say that out loud. True. 4.04 Technical School, that is me, and Mr. Kovitz. I have our meeting. Sorry, this is always an awkward transition here. We met Monday, February 28th, 2022. Besides order of business of housekeeping, of budget transfers and the like, we had a couple items I wanted to point out. Board accepted darn it, I am sorry. Yes, we approved our fine woodwork carpentry class participation in a community-based project for this March. They are going to construct new stairs to the clubhouse for the Fairless Hills Athletic Association as an educational experience. The board's opinion, in my opinion, anytime we can get our technical school kids to out and participating in the community is a good thing. And it's good luck, real-world work experience for them, and it's a boon to the community, and the community gets to see what they do. Another item was that I was jumping to because I was excited about it. We accepted a Skills USA grant was awarded to the Fine Woodworking Program in the amount of $15,000 for the training program classroom or lab upgrades. That was sponsored by Lowe's. That's a fantastic boost to the Fine Woodworking Department. I think the rest are student items that I wanted to bring to your attention. The following students for January Students of the Month were some Neshaminy students. We had 9th grade, Jack White and Julia Valiente. And 12th grade, we had Paul Fratz. And in the Skills for Life program, Amanda Aquilone. And they were all Neshaminy students, and we acknowledged them and thanked them. I will read this. Cosmetology class is hosting their Cinderella's Closet this year. The program provides free dresses to those who could not otherwise afford to purchase them, so they may attend their formal or prom. This is open to anyone in our communities, and Bucks County Technical High School has given away many dresses so far, and they always accept donations. I think the information on that is on the tech school website, or so you could always make a call. I believe. Oh, you're right. The Drama Club is working hard on this year's production of Legally Blonde, the musical, which will be March 17th through March 19th, and the tickets can be purchased at the tech school's website. The graduation was picked for January 15th at 6:30. June. See, yeah, and I was afraid I was going to say March when I wrote that. Sorry. All right, June 15th at 6:30. There is a conflict, of course, with our own and Bristol Townships. When you have 6 sending school districts, it's bound to happen, but, and I haven't decided how I'm going to handle that yet. So the next meeting is a good question. Now, give me a second. I didn't have the next meeting for the tech school. Do you recall it?
It's March 28th.
March 28th. All right, thank you, Ms. Bowman. And that is all I have from the tech school. That brings us to our next round of public comment. Anybody have any comments on what has been presented tonight? Seeing none, that brings me to board members have any future topics to discuss. And that brings us to Dr. McGee.
No further comments.
Further comments? Anyone on the board?
Yeah, just again, a reminder about March 29th is going to be our STEAM Expo here. I believe that starts at 6:30, I want to say. It sounds about right, yeah. So it's always a great time, and they do a fantastic job at the high school.
Just take a quick opportunity to acknowledge the hard work Michelle and Jay, our directors of curriculum, put into getting that website consolidated. Now all that information is in one place, where before you had to look in 10 different places for it. And I think our parents will, once they get used to it and know it's available, will be able to use it as a great resource for us. And I just want to shout out to those behind the scenes at gym night, those moms and dads that help everybody get going, the moms especially that sew all those costumes. God bless them. And you know, those that come and help with the set pieces, and they don't get the recognition, but every year they're always there to help and make sure we have a great event. And thank you. And that's all I have. Bye-bye.
Actually, I just want to take a minute. This was my first gym night. Dr. McGee and Mr. Bowman walked me through the ins and outs of it, and I will tell you that it is an amazing spectacle. I don't know that you can adequately describe it without being there. I had a brief conversation with Mr. Bowman about something else earlier this week, and in that conversation, what I relayed to him was that this year, I guess specifically, I don't have any other frame of reference, but halfway through it, just the look on the kids' faces to be able to do that again. They were just in complete joy. I mean, I've never seen a group of kids so well behaved, so kind, considerate. There was nothing negative in any way, shape, or form that happened the night I was there. And even though the colors were split, you couldn't tell it. They were all unified, rooting each other on in every single thing that they were doing. I am so happy that the kids got to do this. It really was an amazing moment, and I highly encourage anybody to go if they have the opportunity. It is an amazing event, and this school district should be very proud of everything that those kids do, along with the guidance of this administration. So kudos to everybody involved. It was amazing.
All right. I can only echo what others have said about gym night. I was just doing some quick math myself, and I realized it has been 40 years since I was associated directly with my fellow neighbors and friends who went to Neshaminy High School, and I was welcome to help them during gym night. It was quite a shock. Honestly, it was. I'm thinking that was yesterday, and then I did the math, and then I got depressed. But I can't. I just remember how much fun. I said, my high school had a gym night, and it was a more traditional gym night, which I participated in, and I had fun that night. The chance to participate, even associated certainly wasn't a student, so I wasn't involved, but to able to come to their meetings, to help them build the murals and floats, and then to be able to watch a performance, I believe it was a Friday or Saturday night, my senior year, I did it my freshman year. It was so much fun. I just don't think there's anything like it, at least not in our area. Like I said, often duplicated, or that's the word, imitated and never duplicated. I want to congratulate the blue team for a fantastic win, but I want to congratulate everyone for their participation. It was just, to be able to watch it on live stream at home was a joy. I have to say there's a downfall to being a board member and watching the carts and the skates go across our brand-new floor. That gave me a little bit of a heart attack, and then I had to it's cool. It's cool. But, so, yeah, that was fantastic. And other than that, our next meeting is March 22nd at 7 o'clock. See you then. Thank you. Have a good evening. Do I still need to do that? 'Cause, motion to adjourn? All in favor?